Are your kids driving you nuts during the summer holidays? Mine sure are. Want to get away for 5 minutes? Yeah. Watch the next episode of Mo Mondays. Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Mo Mondays. In today's episode, I am going to spend roughly around 5 minutes just talking to you about some new updates to the Pro Management Portal from Microsoft. So if you are using a Pro license, of course, your customer and you can have access to the Pro Portal, where it uses AI to effectively kind of manage your devices and troubleshoot and try and fix things, etc. Last month, Microsoft released some new signals that we're now starting to monitor. So if you haven't done so already, or you don't know what the link is, check it down below. It's portal.rooms.microsoft.com. Sign in with your admin credentials. That will get you in directly into the Pro Portal, which I will just drop on the screen for you right now. As soon as you are on the portal, you will be given this screen across here. I love this because it's Microsoft's place to issue bulletins, fixes, any issues, any relevant information that is relevant for Microsoft Teams Rooms. It's a great resource to use if you are using the Pro Portal because you get a chance to go in and have a look at pretty much all the updates and all the fixes and things that are that Microsoft are bringing. What you want to do is talk about this, more signals. Since last month, Microsoft has brought across 5 new signals that we're now monitoring on Microsoft Teams Rooms on Windows. So let's have a look and see what they look like. So to head over to the left-hand side of the page where you see Home, Incidents, and Rooms, I'm going to jump straight into Rooms across here. And of course, I have a snapshot to see all the devices that I currently have connected onto this tenant. Now, the one I'm going to head over to is this unhealthy one across here, which is a MTR on Windows machine. So I'm going to go ahead, click that. On the right-hand side, straight away, I'm able to, at a glance, what's going on the machine. Why is it unhealthy? And it's because these are demo devices and we've unplugged things like cameras and speakers and front of room displays, etc. Hence the reason why it's showing up here. It tells you, hey, things need action, it's unhealthy, need to get it fixed, or we are going to raise a ticket on your behalf. So you'll see it'll give you, when you click it, it'll give you a description on exactly what's going on, and then you can move over onto notes and see exactly what the issue is what's being done about it if the AI is taking over to try and fix it. Now, for this episode, of course, we are talking about those 5 new signals that Microsoft are now monitoring on your Windows devices. So in order for us to go in and have a look, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and show all signals here on the right hand side. So if I go ahead and hit show all signals, all of a sudden I get all of these little arrows pop up, which means now I have the ability to go ahead and expand and see way more information. Excuse me. So new updates. The first one that Microsoft is now monitoring is the Windows OS activation status. Now, of course, when you purchase your Microsoft Teams Rooms on Windows, as long as you're purchasing it from a reseller or you bought it directly from the OEM, when you go through that out-of-box experience, it should, providing you're connected to the internet, it should activate the Windows OS as normal. In the rare case it doesn't, for whatever reason, it will now highlight across here as healthy or unhealthy, and also tell you what the severity is. And again, this is one of the other updates Microsoft has pushed out through the Pro Portal, is kind of ranking issues in terms of severity as well. So the OS activation is kind of like a recommended one, not a critical error that pops up across there. So I like that one. That one's really good. The next one is down here at the just underneath it. I like this one. This is the WSUS server update monitor. In a nutshell, a lot of corporate organizations will be using what they call a WSUS server to kind of manage their estate in terms of updates, what updates get pushed and when. In some cases, what happens is Microsoft Teams Rooms devices are also put onto a WSUS server. And of course, if you've watched some of my earlier episodes, you'll know that you do not treat a Microsoft Teams Rooms device as your traditional PC or laptop. it's treated as an appliance device. So again, the recommendation here from Microsoft is don't manage it via a WSUS server. Let the device manage itself. Let the device go ahead and push updates because it knows with its own configuration file, it knows what updates need to go down onto the machine itself. Again, this is something that's being monitored right now. If you're using MTR on Windows, and again, it's a great one to look at. The third one here is time drift. Again, this is one of these little things that people miss very often. If the time is wrong on your machine for whatever reason, and you start running into issues, a lot of issues get solved simply because the time has been synced, or a lot of issues will arise because the time was wrong in the first place. So what we do is we now monitor what we call time drift. So the machine versus kind of the Pro Portal clock in effect, and to make sure that it's all correct. And if there is a time drift going on, you could run into issues like meetings don't populate correctly or updates don't get pushed correctly, etc. So again, if you are running into issues on Teams rooms, you want to make sure that you look through kind of all of these signals and ensure that they're all healthy. But more importantly, have a look at the severity, because the severity will give you that indication of whether, this is going to stop the device from working, or it's just an annoyance right now where you can fix it a little later on and, you can drop it down the priority list. So that one was time drift across there. And the last update that got pushed through, the monitoring is the nightly reboot. I love this one. If you watch my earlier episodes, you'll know that on Teams rooms on Windows, we have what we call a nightly reboot script applied to all machines, which means at around 2 a.m.-ish, all Windows devices, i.e. all the Microsoft Teams rooms on Windows devices, will go ahead and reboot. It's designed to, one, apply any downloaded and installed throughout the day. It's designed to clear out the cache. It's designed to kind of clear out the memory. So when you walk into the office at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. or however early you walk into the office, you have a fully fresh working Microsoft Teams Rooms device in your conference room that you can use straight away. PCs are notorious for kind of having memory clogging just because of programs running in the background and cache filling up, etc. A nightly reboot is a simple way to kind of clear all of that and fix it. And again, sometimes if you get customers saying, hey, my machine is really slowed down or whatever, head over onto this portal, have a look at the nightly reboot to see if it's enabled or disabled, because a lot of issues can be fixed simply by doing a reboot across there. Okay, my 5 minutes are up, so let me go ahead and bring my face back on screen. I'm going to now have to go back to my kids. My sister's kids are here as well, so it's hell. I hope you have a better week than I do, because I know it's going to be pretty tough. But for now, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next week. Ciao.